Good day everyone. So we are the group 12 and today is we are assigned to discuss about franchising. So before that, let me introduce first my group mates, Mr. Olgasan Jason, Mr. Villarin Remark, and you're truly Miss Villarmia Lady May. So here are our learning objectives for today's discussion. First, discuss the background information of franchising. Second, explain the concept of franchising and how it differs with independent business. Third, determine how to manage and know the different models and costing of franchising. And lastly, enumerate the different successful franchising business. Some of us heard these words like franchise. And we don't even know what is the background information of franchise or if franchising a product or a services. So now let me discuss first the background information of franchising or a franchise. So, franchising originated from the French word franchir, which means for free. So, it is a marketing concept wherein it has an innovative method of distributing goods and services. And based on my research, a franchise or franchising, it is a method of distributing products or services involving a franchisor. So franchisor is the one who establishes the brand's trademarks or trade names and a business system. While the franchisee, he will be the one who pay a royalty and often an initial fee for the right to do business under the franchisor's name and system. So, franchising is used to describe a number of business models, so wherein the most commonly identified of which the business format franchising. So the importance of franchising is that they can contribute to a job growth in a certain industry or in a certain community, and also small business owners are helping to boost the economy and also to drive the economic growth, not the giant corporation. So therefore, franchising offers many opportunities for existing businesses on this side of the pond, not only to take new ideas into different territories, but also to boost or start up rates in different ways. There are other models that are also dependent on franchise relationship. So these include the following. First, we have the manufacturer retailer relationship. So it is where the retailer as franchisee sells the franchisor's product directly to the market, like for example, new motor vehicles dealership. While the manufacturer wholesaler relationship, it is where the franchisee under license manufacturer distributes the franchisor's product, like for example soft drinks bottling arrangement. And the third one is the wholesaler retailer relationship. So it is where the retailer as the franchisee purchases products for retail sale from a franchisor wholesaler, wherein he will be the one to form a wholesaling company through which they are contractually obliged to purchase, like for example the hardware and the automotive product stores. And lastly, the retailer relationship. So it is where the franchisor markets a service or a product under a common name and standardized system through a network of franchises. So now let's continue in the business format. So when we talk about business format, is they are the sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, limited liability company, and the franchise. So we're just focusing on the franchise only. So business format franchise, it differs from product and trade name franchises through the use of format or a comprehensive system for the conduct of the business. So it should have the standardization, consistency, and uniformity across all aspects are hallmarks of the business format franchise. And also it requires a unique relationship between the franchisor, wherein the owner of the system, and the franchisee, which is the owner of the individual outlet, which is commonly referred to as commercial marriage. So when we talk about commercial marriage, it's just like a marriage. So wherein a franchise relationship is a close and interdependent kind of relationship where both parties are expected to be transparent and interdependent in each other in order to achieve a greater success. So now let's continue in the history of franchising or franchise. So franchising dates back to at least the 1850s. So one of the example or early example resulted in the characteristics looks in historic hotels, bars like ng mga karaan ng mga restaurant or mga hotels like for example in the New South Wales with franchising agreements between hotels and breweries. And other example is the telegraph system, which was operated by various railroads companies. So next is modern franchising came to prominence with the rise of franchise-based restaurants. Like this trend was started during 1930s with traditional sit-down restaurants, and like in the early Howard Johnson's, and then they exploded in 1950s with the development of fast food chains, of which McDonald's has been the most successful worldwide business. Also, franchising operations in the Philippines started in early 90s with the entry of Singer sewing machines, followed by Eastman Kodak, which saturated our economy in the 1980s and 1960s. So the telecommunication sectors, principally the televisions, radio network, and telephone companies exist and operate also in the basis of a franchise granted through legislative authority. And on the other hand, the Philippine Franchise Association, also known as the PFA, reported that there are now, as of 1999, 306 foreign franchise. Leading is McDonald's with 213 outlets, Pizza Hut with 184 outlets, and 194 local franchise, Jollibee leading with 300 branches, Chowking with 158 branches, and lastly, the Greenwich Pizza with 190 branches. So what has become popular now is the franchising of food in the form of kiosks and stalls such as the Potato Corner and the Nacho King in the non-food arenas, the Dollar Rent a Car, a business trends, and the homegrown franchise cluster in retail and private services, including the laundry, which is also known as the Lavandera Co., also the communication or Net Asia, and lastly the electric repair services or the Corriente. And lastly, the phenomenal growth in the food chain and services sectors in the Philippines, particularly the fast food chain and convenience stores. It has magnified the role of franchising as business option. Though franchising sector's production performance in the country is yet to be seriously studied. So it estimates that this is a 8 million annual business. We talk about annual, it is a yearly business. So that's the end of my report. So thank you for listening.